Yeah, so that's the
and change everything. After that, e-commerce in Thailand become like a pickup. People in Thailand start paying online. In that time, I would say that in our website, the people paying in online with the credit card up to nearly 60%, they're paying through the credit card to our site. And then I spend my time to doing in other business too, because just starting e-commerce is not not completely. Then I'm starting another company, and this is the online agency, and we do a lot about the online marketing, online strategy for the big brand in Thailand, and a lot of brands we do their media planning, strategy, creativity, and everything for big brand. But this company I'm not running, and just gave it to my friend to operating. Okay, and 2006 they got their agency of the year, and they do a lot of work. That is another part, because e-commerce is selling, but before you get sales, you need someone to do advertising and marketing. Then I decided to do online marketing company. Okay. And things changed because I have more time to do that. Then I want to do something, and I'm starting another business. This business name Dot Social. Dot Social is one of the big one company I'm doing like a big data. We're aggregating all data from social media, from Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all those data from website in Thailand. And after we get the data, we analyze data from the big data that we have. That means you can learn everything, because when we have a trillion of messages from Thai people all over the world, all over Thailand, what they're talking. That means we can see that what people are talking about, whatever you want to know. That means if you are a brand, you want to know what people are talking about your brand, you can use the tools to monitor everything. Are they like you? Are they hate you? Are they complain about you? What gender, male or female talking about you, okay? And everything can track that, including the location. And if you can know the location of the people talking about your brand, including talking about your competitor. And with the whole big data, we can analyze it. We can knowing what people are thinking, what your customer thinking. That is very important to run a business too, right? I mean, after running the company for 4 years, I have no time. Everything too much for me now. Then I decided to merging my company with another company. Actually, before that, my company named Social Inc. But one of my competitor is named Dot Social or Dot Media. Then I talking to them, hey, no need to fighting. I have no time. You have a good technology, I have a good marketing. Why are we not merging together? Then decided, finally we are merging the company together, become like a Dot Social. That is very good. That because we jump up to another step after we merging. But after operating for nearly 1 year, we merging to another company. Then we three companies merging together. Another company is named OBWalk. Okay, OBWalk, they're doing a lot of online social media marketing too. Then after we merging, we get funded by the Stock Index of Thailand and also the government bank. They invest about 35 million Thai baht to our company. That means now we become like the top social media or marketing company in Thailand. That is emerging. For me, no need to operate the company. I give the company to my partner. Hey, please run the company. Okay, that means they have more time to focus on the business. And that means to running the business, sometimes people thinking that, okay, you have to operating, you have to start up, you have to do everything by yourself. But our M&A is one of the key that you can expand the business faster and you can turn your competitor to become like a partner and we can working together. After we are merging together, now we expand to Malaysia and to other countries. And then startup is coming. Okay, then I'm seeing that the startup is coming and I want to start my own startup. And in terms of e-commerce, it's not fully complete yet. And I have an idea to doing about the shipping. Then I start the company named Shipbob. Shipbob is one of the logistic company that I have no time. Then I'm talking with one of teenager. In that time, he about 24 years old. I talked to him that, hey, I have an idea to start about a logistic company. Why are you not working with me? Okay, and then we decided to working together. We doing business plan, we do a lot of things, and then we come up with a Shipbob. And Shipbob is one of the shipping gateway. Because to running the e-commerce, shipping is the key. And how we can operate it, because when you shipping product, okay, sometimes you need like really fast shipping, sometimes you need really slow one and very cheap one. Sometimes you want to frozen delivery, sometimes you want to a few hour delivery. But each of logistic company they have uniqueness of them. Yeah. And then I'm learning that when you are growing enough, you don't need to operate the company. You don't need to operate day-to-day operation. Thing is, you should, let me the company like that, we have CEO, CFO and everything. For me, I would like not to be the part of the company. I would like to have other people to running the company. And then it's good for me to creating like each company that I'm out of the company and let them operating by themselves. That is my plan. This is my plan to build up the company that behind the company and then let them operating. The new company that I'm investing, I'm owning just 10%, 20%, or 30%. I'm not the majority of company because if you are majority, you're owner. If you're owner, you do everything, right? But if you change that, okay, I don't want to be the owner. I want to be the supporter and partner, and then I can do everything. This is my whole framework. You see that when you have customer, I have education team. We can educate them, and they want to do marketing. I have a marketing company, and if you want to sales, I have a sales company. If you want to pay, I have a payment company, shipping, and warehouse company, and the last thing we have analytic company. This is the whole ecosystem for e-commerce that I'm investing. And start everything by myself. Now today, I'm trying to helping, to supporting the local business, including the new startup, and to bring and align everything together to make a synergize between the group company. That is the story of what I'm doing about the e-commerce in Thailand. That means thing that you should learning that starting the company last 10 years. And starting the company from this day, it's totally different. And it's time for you, or if you know someone, you have to tell them that they need to change. If you still remain, you're going to be behind. Okay? Thank you. Thank you for sharing your story. And we start talking that, hey, why we not merging together? Okay, we creating a big holding company, and all of us going up and hold a share in the holding company, and then we operating in 2 countries. And then we use holding company to start expanding to other countries. That means we can expand the business faster.
Thank you.
Yep.
So we can have one last question. Over there. The lady in green.
I would like to ask the Mr. Rowan. And you said that in terms of interviewing with the customers, for some people it is quite difficult to understand. They just want to say the good things in front of their company, but they want to say about the bad things behind your back. So how to deal with such kind of the problems to get a good, to be flexible in the market?
If you do actually you do a lot of stuff with that particular issue. If you do an interview, like a good researcher, when they do like in-depth interview or a one-on-one interview, they'll know how to dig up like bad stuff, or stuff that that it's say you don't like the product, for instance. They'll have a way to find out. Like the one that I showed you is one of the way. It might be like verbally. It can be like your facial expression and stuff. You can also do like what Bomb said, social media tools. You can like gathering like all kinds, because when people talking in social media, they kind of tends to be quite honest about the product or the service, because they really be themselves per se, right? So that's the other thing. But I think you have to like using traditional media and the new media and the online media and stuff. It has to be like the right balance. You have to take time to find that balance, and because a lot of data you gather will be garbage. Sorry to use that word. Yeah, it will be garbage. And if you cannot like taking out the garbage, you don't know what is the garbage. Eventually, you will end up with the very very bad strategy, and that it will bring you to like a bad business decision, and eventually like bad product and bad service. Yeah, that need a lot of experience and knowledge and stuff. But yeah, that's why we need professional like market research company, and that's why I still have like big paying jobs these days, because they really know how to dig this stuff out.
One more question is that, how about learning from our competitors that who are very successful in the market?
Now, that's one thing you can do, but be very careful as well, because one thing about competitors is that keep in mind that their customers and our customers probably not going to be totally the same, right? So by learning from them and think that what they do will apply like to us, like mirrorly apply to us, like 100% apply to us, I found out that it's usually not the case. So basically, for example, let's say in the car business, right? If you are BMW and Mercedes, you are huge like head-on competitors, right? But if you do one thing, that if you are BMW executive, for example, and you do what the things that Mercedes do, because you think that's they're doing it and it works with them, it might totally flop when you do it, because you have slightly different customer's profile per se. Yeah. My pleasure.
So thank you very much for your questions, and a big round of applause to our